Hello and welcome to this Hindi lesson. I want to teach you today about the present tense, which is called Vartaman Kal in Hindi. So it's very easy to conjugate verbs in Hindi because you just need to learn the conjugation of the verb to be hona, and everything else is quite easy to remember even if you don't learn all the conjugations by heart. So basically, all the verbs in the present tense are regular, and you won't need to learn more than one conjugation in this case, except for hona, which is irregular. But once you know that by heart, you will know any other verb. So, suppose I want to make the present tense of any verb in Hindi. I just need to know three things. The first thing is the verb root. Second thing is are the endings of the first part of the verb, and they are ta, te, and ti. Ta is for the masculine singular, te is for the masculine plural, and ti is for the feminine. And then you just need to add the present tense of hona to be, which we're going to see in just a few minutes. So suppose we want to um, make the present tense of the verb to do in Hindi. We're just going to look up the verb to do in the dictionary, and we find karna. So all the verbs in Hindi are found in the dictionary in the infinitive form, and all the infinitive forms will end in na, such as karna. And here we are with the verb. What we're going to do with this infinitive form in order to find the root of the verb, we just need to take off the ending, the infinitive ending, which is na, and we're left with kar, which is the root of the verb in the case of karna. So with kar, I can make all of the verbs, the tenses, um, except for like irregular tenses, which is not the case of the present tense, as I told you. Alright, so now we just need to know the present tense of hona, which is irregular, and alright, what we need to do is to learn it by heart because it's irregular. So there's no like logic behind it that will get us to remember it easily without learning it by heart. Alright, so in Hindi, the pronouns and the verbs are, of course, in the singular and plural form. The verb hona doesn't have any distinction between masculine and feminine when you conjugate the verb in the present tense. But remember that in Hindi, it's more easily that you will use the plural form of a verb even for a singular person. Now I'm going to show you what this means. Alright, so the first person singular, मैं हूँ, means I am. Second person singular, तू है, both for male and female. Basically, tu hai is a very intimate, or in some cases unpolite, way to refer to someone. So it's better not to use it regularly. I would only use it like with God, or a very intimate relationship, or with a beloved one in some cases, not always. So just see it as a grammar thing, but to not use it too much. And then the third person, वह or वो है. There are different ways to pronounce वह, वे, or वो. These three are all good. Alright, so the plural, so वह है means he, she is, and it also means it is or that is. Plural for the first person, hum hain, hum hain. So sometimes many people will use it in the sense of the first person. So be careful that when doing this, when using the plural for a singular person, you also need to make the adjectives plural. So hum hai means we are, or I am in some cases. Second person, I mean, the second person has the same kind of situation, and you can use it both for the singular and the plural. So you are, just like in English. The only difference is that tum ho, and hai, aap hai. One is tum ho is for the informal, and aap hai is for the formal situation. Third person, they hain, they are, is actually also used for the third person singular sometimes, out of respect. So if you want to show some respect for a person, even if you're talking in the third person, you might want to use the plural. Alright, so now we know all the uh, present tense of hona. मैं हूँ, तू है, वह है, हम हैं, तुम हो, आप हैं, and वे हैं. So let's go back to the present tense of karna. What happens with any verb which is not the verb to be? We have said that we just need the root, then the endings ta, te, ti, and the present tense of hona. So for the first person, now for all other tenses other than hona, I will make a distinction between the masculine and the feminine. So first person singular, the masculine is मैं करता हूँ, मैं करता हूँ. The feminine is मैं करती हूँ, मैं करती हूँ. So the second person singular again is just like I've told you with hona. Tu is only used in very intimate situations. So I will teach you this person only for grammar reason, in order to know that it exists, but do not use it unless really necessary. Alright, so the second person masculine is tu karta hai, tu karta hai, and feminine is tu karti hai, tu karti hai, you do. Third person masculine, he does, वह करता है, वह करता है. Feminine, she does, वह करती है, वह करती है. Or you can read as वो करता है and वो करती है. Plural, first person plural. Remember all the things I told you about the pronouns and the verb for hona are the same with all other verbs. So the plural is more easily used and heard in Hindi. हम करते हैं is masculine, we do. हम करते हैं. Feminine, हम करती हैं, हम करती हैं. Second person, again, plural, used also for the singular. तुम करते हो, masculine, informal. And आप करते हैं, masculine, formal. And then तुम करती हो, feminine, informal. And आप करती हैं, feminine, informal. When more than one person is addressed with आप, most of the times you will also hear आप लोग instead of only आप. So it is clear that it's more than one person, because आप is usually used for both plural and singular. And तुम लोग also sometimes. Third person plural, वे करते हैं, वे करते हैं. This is the masculine, they do. वे करते हैं. And the feminine, they do. वे करती हैं, वे करती हैं. Alright, so I'll read it all once more. मैं करता हूँ, मैं करती हूँ, तू करता है, तू करती है, वो करता है, वो करती है, हम करते हैं, हम करती हैं, तुम करते हो, आप करते हैं, तुम करती हो, आप करती हैं, वे करते हैं, वे करती हैं. Alright, so this is the present tense. As you've seen, you just need to learn the verb hona by heart really well. And then just need to learn how to make the first part of the verb with the root and the endings. So if you wish to find worksheets I have used, which are my own, you just need to go to my blog, hindiboloblog.blogspot.it or .com as you prefer, and there you will find different posts, but especially posts with these worksheets we have seen now in this video, and you will also get to see a few exercises for practicing the present tense in the same post about the present tense, and the worksheets you will be able to download them from that post. So I really recommend you to go there, and you can also listen to the recordings where I read again all the present tense for Hona and for Kana, and then you will be able to do some exercises which I have made especially for my blog reader. Alright, so if you have any questions, just post them to me on my blog, or write me a message on holikarang@gmail.com, and I really wish to hear from you, and please do keep on learning Hindi, and I'll see you soon. फिर मिलेंगे. Bye.